What's going on, people? Today I'm going to talk about my e-commerce journey and how I got two e-commerce companies as well as a YouTube channel, as well as side income and stocks or cryptocurrency. So how I got started being an Amazon partner is that I was researching ways to make income online. So I looked into affiliate marketing, monetizing content on YouTube, being an Amazon seller, and I ultimately found a product that I believed would have a market on Amazon. I went to stores and I sourced items, and my choice of item was the Nintendo Switch controllers. It was a small item. It's not too bulky. The box is about the size of your average Android or iPhone or smartphone, and it was an easy item to sell. As far as shipping, you're not charged excessive amounts because it's not items that require cargo shipping. So that's what made me choose that item. It was very easy to ship, easy to stock, warehouse. So that's the reason I went with that item. Plus it was highly in demand at the time. So the reason I went with that was that reason. So pretty much how I got started is I researched how to set up a Amazon shop. And then I registered with Amazon, set up my banking information, all the necessary information. I got approved as a Amazon partner, and then I had the option of drop shipping, which means to warehouse with Amazon, and then every time an order comes in, they ship it out directly from the warehouse to the customer. So pretty much I chose to not go with that option, just because I wasn't selling massive amounts, like 300 plus of inventory. So I decided to do it by myself. So plus I just enjoyed the journey, and I wanted to test it out because it was my first item that I was selling on Amazon. So I created a little Amazon store called Shop Global, and then I pretty much just set up my storefront on Amazon, my e-commerce storefront, and then I pretty much just placed my ad on the marketplace. The pricing was competitive. As you can imagine, there's somebody always listing the item at a lower price, so you do have to, it's very competitive. So I was the #1 seller for the international market for a few weeks or so, and pretty much until my stock pretty much ran out, and then I chose not to replenish it. So pretty much my experience was that once I set up the store front, I had to so pretty much whenever I got an order, I would have to ship it within the amount of time that was given. So they would have a countdown from Amazon. So if the person ordered it for standard shipping for 7 days or 7 business days, then you would have that amount of time and it'll start counting down. Or if you ordered for like 1 business day express shipping, same day delivery, then I would have to go to the post office that exact day, probably within that hour, create a shipping label, and then go to the post office and then drop off the package and have it sent to you. So pretty much the other thing is, if your storefront is reviewed as a unreliable or bad store, then Amazon will revoke your Amazon partnership and terminate it. So it is very important that you keep your standard and your communication with your customers to a professional standard, an excellent standard. If you do not reply within a few minutes, sometimes they will cancel the order and think that you're a bogus store, things of that nature. So you have to be very steadfast in replying, which that is why the option of drop shipping is obviously simpler, easier, a lot less of a hassle, because that they ship it out like this within seconds at no trouble to you, right? You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is provide them with the item, so you ultimately ship your bulk, all your inventory to the warehouse to be warehoused, and then they send it out according to the order time, which is pretty much like if you go to Amazon, if you go to Walmart or something, you order something off of Walmart or Amazon, that's why it arrives on time. So some people it's being shipped out by the Amazon warehouse, or some people are actually printing the labels themselves, take it to the postal office and sending it to you. And those are the two different options for shipping. So the next thing is that so you have to maintain a good standard, not violate any policies, not cancel orders, and not give a refund, things of that nature. And if you don't offer a refund, you have to put that on your site, etc., exchanges, whatever. So I pretty much maintained a good community presence, a standard of professionalism, and then ultimately satisfied every customer that I had. So pretty much like whatever they would ask me, so like, what color is this, what is the dimensions of the item? So just like common questions I would get is, the box open, what's the condition of the item, when will I receive my item, things of that nature. So for me, the enjoyable thing was that I could print out labels. I didn't have to do this, but I went a bit over the top and created my own shipping label. So I like to create things like that, and then create a little folder of invoices, print out all my Amazon order invoices just in case there was a dispute later and they wanted to say that they didn't receive their item, that it wasn't shipped, or they wanted a refund or exchange, or any other concerns that may arise later. So I did always keep a copy of every transaction, as well as a communication with the customers. Other enjoyable thing for me was to find other source items from stores. So the store I went to, I purchased like 30 items, and then I purchased the next shipment of items to restock. But I also ventured out and picked out things of interest to me, like books and stuff that I enjoyed reading, but I knew were collector items. So there was an example where I ordered a book for like $15, and I read the book, then I relisted the book, and it sold for about $150 or something of that nature. So those are always fun things to do on Amazon, where they give you an option to earn income off of things that you would buy anyway, and then provide it to somebody else who may be interested in the item. And it's like collector items, things of that nature. The thing I like about Amazon is that you get instant payouts. I also used other websites like Kijiji, eBay was another one, Kijiji and eBay. So Amazon, Kijiji, and eBay. So I'd make like local sales, meet up with people, sell inventory, as well as Amazon and eBay, and I would just ship the items out. And I did. The cool thing about it is that what I enjoyed is that there was people from all over the world. So like Europe, Africa, Asia, Latin America, North America, all over the world. And it was enjoyable to see that my product was going everywhere. It made me so it pretty much made me a international business, and it's just at the click of a button. Just simply registering with the website can make you a international seller, where if you were to build your own brand, it would take probably years and years for anybody to even trust you. So Amazon is definitely a good platform for people who are trying to become small businesses or international businesses, and to gain experience with the assistance of a global branding company. The only thing about Amazon is that, not Amazon, just starting a business in general, is that there will always be a learning curve. You're gonna have to learn your platform, just like I had to learn Amazon. I had to learn how to send messages, that there was a timer on your sales, so you had to ship them out within a certain time or they would expire. Some people would request refunds, exchanges, things of that nature, how to communicate with your customers on the platform, how to stay in good standing, things of that nature. Yeah. The second e-commerce company I started was a clothing line, so this was more so hands-on, way more hands-on than Amazon. So pretty much how I created a clothing line called Express Lane Clothing in I think 2016 or earlier than that, maybe 2015. So pretty much the idea came from going downtown in Toronto. They have a place called Yonge and Dundas Square where they have festivals. They have events all through the city, such as Import Fest, what's the other one? Sneaker Con, where people come exchange sneakers, things of that nature. So the interest came from that, as being a vendor for these events, or being at the barbershop and things of that nature. And people ask me like, oh, where'd you get your clothes? Where'd you get your shirt? Da 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 da. And then talk about custom clothing. We used to talk about custom clothings, exchange fashion information. If I see something I like, I would ask them where they get it. Sometimes they have a business card on hand and they'll give me a business card. So I got the idea from there. So what I ultimately did was start a clothing line. I went and got business cards, created my logo, my social media for it, a website, which I used a platform called Big Cartel. They have e-commerce options such as Shopify, Etsy, Big Cartel, and a few other options where you could register for different plans as you need for your business, whatever suitable for your business. And pretty much you can list your items just like you do on Kijiji or Amazon or things of that nature, and then promote your business on social media or in person, give out your business cards, things of that nature, let people order clothes off your website. The reason that e-commerce interested me was that I had a job as a UPS driver, and I worked for a company that used to ship sporting items such as custom jerseys, the little Europa League soccer bracelets, things of that nature. So, and flags as well. So pretty much I gained an interest in logistics and supply chain management. So I was enrolled in Waterloo University for logistics and supply chain management. Ultimately, because I gained a lot of experience creating shipping labels, doing invoices, inventory, shipping labeling, packaging, picking and packing, creating custom items. So heat transfers, print screens, things of that nature. So that really interested me and it grew on me. And I had designs that I would draw up on my own. So I get an idea, draw it out, then I would create a graphic on the computer, take it to the store, and then they'll be able to put that on a shirt or a button, which was really cool to me. So pretty much some of the things I created were buttons like this. I had a variety of buttons completed. This one says vibe just right. The other one so these are the same designs that went on t-shirts. So like a basic t-shirt like this, and it would just have the graphic obviously a larger size, like this big. And these are all things that I designed. This one says Toronto, blaze the leaf. This is also a design I created. So these are the same ones that I'll put get whole. Probably about like 150 in total. Just a variety of them. So what I'll do with these is pretty much take them to stores that would either fit the niche or I just had an interest in selling it. So like a convenience store, where you go place these on the counter near the checkout, near the lighters, right? So let's say you go grab a lighter, then you see one of these and you're like, oh wow, that's cool, how much is that? Then you end up grabbing one. So things like that. So either convenience stores or vape shops, smoke, or cafes, smoking cafes, bars, convenience stores, clothing stores, barber shops, just about anywhere where these could go, because they're just simply buttons. They're not really too much of an item, just some simple items, as well as the clothes. So the clothes I would give to clothing stores, convenience stores, the private events. So the plan was to, or not the plan, but pretty much the business was that we attend vendor booths as vendors. Let's say for SneakerCon, we would contact them and tell them we would like, well, we'd arrange for a booth, or because they give that option on the website. So if you want to be a vendor, you register, and then pretty much you just go on the day of the event, set up your tent or your booth, set up all your items. And sometimes they provide the tables. You can purchase tables from them, rent tables from them, or you can bring your own little plastic fold-out table and put all your items out, display your items, and yeah, that's how you become a vendor. You would also probably need a permit, so that you gotta check with your local municipality on how to acquire a vendor permit, and with that you can do whatever you want as far as like sales and stuff. And then you just gotta advertise. So maybe print out a banner with your logo on it. I will upload pictures into this video at the end of this video or in the middle of the video after I'm done speaking about it, of my website, my catalog, and other things. So pretty much all branding. So like the what I would have had on the banner. So my banner would have been my logo with all my social media information, contact information, and then I'll probably print out like a small menu and place it on the side of the table where it has all the items, inventory, and then the prices of the inventory. The other thing is packaging. So pretty much as you can see, I have these in Ziploc, but the packaging would be like this. So as you can see, I have a combination of all 3 buttons in a little plastic package. So I would, if you want to purchase a single button, so let's say on my menu it says $3 per button. So you could buy 3 for $10. You'd be saving $2, or sorry, so it's $9. So 3 for let's say $7, or something of that nature. Whereas each one would be $3. 3 at full price would be $9. But because you're buying a little package, you get $2 off, which is $9. So it helped me get rid of the inventory, but I still make a good return. So say I'm making each one for $1 and I'm selling them for $3. That's a pretty decent return. That's 200 times your 200, a return of 200% on your investment of 100%. So now I would utilize for branding, so to print out business cards. I had a previous video on my channel, the earlier one 5 years ago, where I hold out the business card and then I explain while I'm unboxing it. But I did order them from a website, a branding and marketing website. So pretty much I sent them my design, put it on a business card. They scaled it, sent me a sample, and then I ordered a package of about 1,500 business cards. And then I would just take them out. So whenever I go to the store, whenever I go out, I go to work, I go to school, go to the gym, library, coffee shop, grocery, gas station, anywhere and everywhere I go, I would hand out business cards. Social media is a good means of marketing, but I believe that in person is also important, just to grow a local group of support, a group of supporters, and get your brand known. The exciting journey for me was that I was able to send promotional material to different places. So I reached out to people I met on social media, and then I told them, so if they were doing like YouTube, if they were doing music, or they were just artists, or anybody of interest to me, models, I would send them items, reach out to them and ask them if they'd be interested in receiving promotional material. So it was cool for me to reach out to people all the way in other countries, and then they would say, "Oh, yeah, that's cool. Send me a package," and I'll be able to send them a package, and then see somebody else wearing my clothing that I hand designed is pretty satisfying in itself. That was a really humbling experience, a real learning experience that you have to be grateful for, that other people would even wear your clothes out of all the options on earth, including major designers like Gucci, actually not to mention them, because being that we are an upcoming brand, we don't want to kind of mention it just because of copyright and trademark issues as well, and not to give other people free promotion. The other thing that we branched out into was that locally, so pretty much I had a young friend, probably about 18, and he was just getting out of school. He was going to university part-time, and he saved up enough to start a moving company. So he bought his own truck, got it insured, registered his business, set up a business account, and then pretty much he was concerned about the uniforms. So what he told me is that he just wanted a simple shirt, a golf shirt with a logo kind of embroidered into it for his employees. So pretty much we handled that for him, and then that kind of got me interested in getting into uniforms as well, offering that option, being that we do make our own clothes, graphic designs and stuff of that nature, and then put it on the shirt. So to venture out into corporate uniforms, company uniforms, that was very a very cool experience to me. So in marketing and branding, another way of marketing and branding and builds awareness was to pretty much start a YouTube channel or have social media presence. So Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, Vine, and whatever else there is. So pretty much that's how I got started with YouTube. So my first video, I went for a walk. I had some time before I went to the flea market, so I pretty much just pulled out a camera. I just discussed some things that I was thinking about, discussed some informative things, information such as how I got started with this business, what my interest was, and things of that nature, and where I plan on going with this brand, etc., etc. So the next step is so choosing a platform. So you could obviously build your own website and SEO and things of that nature, marketing, all that stuff. But you could also save time and go with a platform like Big Cartel. That's what I chose. So I'm going to speak about Big Cartel because I didn't use Shopify or the other ones, just because I feel like Big Cartel had a plan that was more catered towards what I needed, or my size of shop. So it wasn't something that I planned to run as like a big scale operation. It was more so just like a side income. E-commerce was more so my storefront. Online storefront was pretty much just a means of marketing, pretty much, or having a catalog. So when I go give out business cards, or I'm at or I'm a vendor, people will be like I want to check out the rest. So if I give them, like, if I tell them, oh, here's a few shirts that I designed, like 3 of them, and I have them on sale, and I only have 3 items out, and then I have other items on my store, like bags and hats and things of that nature that I might not have in stock or I might sell out. So now I'll give them business card and tell them, go online to my shop, check it out, and pretty much see what you like on there, and then place your orders. And then it also gives a face to the store, so they're not just ordering off a random store where they don't know who the person is and things of that nature. Yeah, so that was just a marketing tool. So what I liked about Big Cartel is that the statistics and everything, you could see who viewed your items, like who ordered your items, things of that nature, just the data and the statistic behind it. I like that it was easy to set up. You simply just upload. It's just like uploading a YouTube video. You just put your title, put your image of your product, things of that nature. Very simple to use. Then you just make sales and collect your money. These were all interesting journeys. I learned a lot through all these ventures. Um, they were all productive. They did produce income for me. I had cool marketing adventures, like as I mentioned, shipping out to countries across the world, um, developing a international brand, international customer base, and a global um, company, which I didn't even imagine when I went to the store and first purchased my item to sell on Amazon, uh, or I had an idea in my head of a shirt that I want to create for myself just to wear at home. I didn't ever think that I would be shipping it out to different countries, or that I would be having a global customer base, which is mind blowing and amazing to experience. It was a very great experience for me. Uh, I definitely enjoyed it, and it's definitely something that I'll be pursuing in the future as well. And sometimes it's more than just the money; it's just what you enjoy doing. So if you do it anyway, it's it's pretty much just a reward for doing what you love to do. So you're never pressed or uh, feel like you're working, because it's just something that you do anyway, and it's quite enjoyable. In closing, pretty much I just wanted to say that pretty much I hope that I could take my brand global and have it sold in major retails like uh, Foot Locker, The Bay, um, Michaels, just become a household name and keep pushing the brand.